Here I am, Leon C., aka Morpheus, and you are listening to the Academy of Wow Men. In this lesson today, before I even get into the lesson, I'm going to answer a couple of questions, or a few, according to the audio that I have just created called Instagram Zombies. I know there was something in between. I can't quite remember what the title was, but the obvious description that you will not be able to overlook is Instagram in front, and I got zombies at the end. So I said something in between. But I'm going to go ahead and respond to it because I remember everything I talked about, because it pertained my companions within there. And we have a lot of discussions about very vital things. I gave you some Easter eggs about them, and a little bit of their description, and that they're non-American, thank the universe. But behind that came other questions that I'm going to answer for you today. It's going to hurt some people's feelings. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's going to make you feel like, oh, I hate Leon C. Morpheus. Or, oh, he think he's this special person. It's going to make you feel like, it's going to make you feel like, and it's going to make you feel like. I told you before, take your stanky, crusty ass feelings somewhere else, because I don't deal with your feelings over here. I deal with nothing but facts and actuality that you probably know of yourself, but you don't want to go out there and seek it. And before I get into this, I'm going to get a shout out to Stez, or they call it Steez, green tea, organic brand. Is some of the best tea ever. No, I'm not promoting them. I think they deserve to be promoted. I like what they make, and they need to keep making it. All right. It's some good stuff. First time I tried it, I was very skeptical. Of course, it's in a can. White and green can. You can't miss it. And I was thinking to myself, like, what is this? Never heard of it before. This was years ago, as a matter of fact. And when I first tried it, perfectly flavored. It's not over sweetened. Low calories is about, what's that, 80 calories. Very low percentage of caffeine. If you want a little bit of caffeine, I think 15 megs per can, 8%, something like that. Very, very dutiful. And I told you before, I can actually drink it and go to sleep on it. It's just that little bit of caffeine in it, but it's just enough of everything in it. It's just enough to get you going. It's just enough to be perfect for your diet. And again, I add, I still cannot fathom nor comprehend why you people love going to the fountain drinks and getting this high fructose corn syrup, modified fluid with fluoride, carbonation, and all sorts of other filth that you're drinking from the fountains. And they don't clean it every day like they're supposed to, oftentimes in these corner stores and these gas stops. If they clean it, it might be every 2 weeks. If you want to know how bad it is, clean it out yourself and look at the bottom of, when the ice is melted, there's all kind of stuff down there. There's filament, there's items, there's fragments of this and that. You never know. Actually, you would never know, because you're drinking from this fountain and, ooh, it tastes so good. It tastes so good. Because you don't care about yourself. But guess what? You'll start caring once the doctors start needing to diagnose you for something. Most likely diabetes or something. And before I go further, I might as well go ahead and add. Years ago when I was a kid, I used to work at a fast food joint. I told you about that. And I was responsible to clean out the shake machine. And I'm not going to tell you what store it is because that's going to make them embarrassed. And I don't put people on blast here unless you want me to. Or unless you get in my face, or unless you test the waters and realize that it's deeper than what you think it is. So, after I cleaned out the shake machine at night and wiped down the sides, I realized something, ladies and gentlemen. Because it wasn't opened all day and we was selling all types of shakes all day long. From the morning to night, I had to close. As the shakes, the rest of the shake batter was being taken out of the ice machine, or that machine, the shake machine, guess what I found at the bottom of it? Guess. A dirty rag in the bottom of the shake machine. After I saw that, and no, I didn't clean the shake machine the night before, so I wasn't responsible for it. I told you, I was beginning to clean out the shake machine. I was cleaning it, and I drained all the shake out of the machine, and that's when I discovered there was a rag underneath it, and it wasn't the rag that was in my hand because the rag was still in my hand. It was another rag from some strange place in the shake machine. And you all funny looking, backwards walking, tubby, obese Americans love your fast food and you keep going to this stuff. You keep on doing it because it tastes good and it's sugar infested. You don't care about yourself. But yet, let me go ahead. Let me stop. Because I'm going to finish roasting your ass in a few minutes. I'm not done with you yet. Trust me, I'm not done with you yet. I'm just beginning. I'm just getting it started. Because I'm going to talk about you in a few minutes. In the fourth question, or the third or the fourth. And one of those questions, I'm going to pick up the pieces from there. So, getting on to the first question, let me go ahead and get to the lesson here because you see the title. Is it okay for women to date women? All right. Now, there's a reason why I talk about this, and it has nothing to do with LGBT, so don't even open up your nose and have your ears to this because it has nothing to do with you. I'm going to tell you right now, I know you're looking for drama. That's the disclaimer right here. This isn't talking about gender, and this isn't misogyny. So take your negative ass somewhere else. You try and look for a scoop over here, you're just going to have a scoop of your own ass and your own stupidity. This is straightforward talk. So one of the first questions I get as far as my companions are concerned, a lot of my viewers ask me, hey, how did you get 3 companions in this particular generation at this time where it's difficult for men to get women? Where they hold their body as a value-loaded exchange, where they're always looking for the highest bidder, where they're making it very difficult for men to get what they require or need out of the exchange, or you can say men who just generally desire the donkey dunk. And I've explained it to you in the other audio, but it seems like some of you don't hear. You like to pick and choose what you listen to, which is fine. It's fine because there's plenty of audios and videos for you to look at and peruse on the internet, social media. But I told you before, you can be stupid all you want to. Take your stupid ass somewhere else. This is the academy for a reason. This is a stage of learning over here. You can't go to one audio and think you know everything, joker. You have to go back to my other audios because they tie into each other. I do it on purpose. I know it doesn't fulfill the quota of trying to reach every audience because I know a lot of you are stupid. You don't read, you don't pay attention, you don't want to sit down, and you have no patience because you got sugar in your tank. You're taking too much sugar. You're eating too much. You know, you're fidgety. You're on a Prozac. You know, you're all kind of pharmaceuticals over and underneath counter drugs. So you can't pay attention. You can't see straight. And some of you can't even see your own. Let me stop. Stop. Too early. It's too early to open up the oven. So oftentimes I need to repeat myself because you're special ed. You're in a special ed classroom. I've explained to you that I don't recommend you doing this. This isn't for everybody. I made a decision in my life that I wasn't going to accept second best. I made and I've taken plenty of losses in my pursuit of being the man that I am today. I had to go back in history. I had to go back in time. I had to come up with an idea and a function for myself to accept being alone for the rest of my life until I got what I received or got what I wanted. Just about every woman that I have met or spent time with, I told them who I was, what do I expect, whether they like it or not, get in or get the hell out. Take it or effing leave it. I didn't cater to excuses like you do. I didn't allow myself to be manipulated, say, you know, it's traditional for one man to be with one woman for the rest of his life for 20, 30, 40, 50 years and be unhappy, be unfulfilled, or sticking to it because of some obligation because you got 2 kids. I've seen too many of my ancestors and people fall away for it. I've seen too many, as a matter of fact, the divorce rate is off the charts right about now, and nobody wants to get married because it doesn't work anymore, because this is a new generation of time. I have an audio for that as well. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and talk about it. Just about everything I talk about in my current audios, you can go back to my previous audios and you can put it together. You know, you can actually do building blocks and realize, oh, this guy's onto something. So therefore, it's difficult for a person to just take one of my new audios and think you know something. No, you don't. You don't know. Shut your ass up. You don't know nothing. You know nothing until you go back to my other audios and understand what I'm talking about. So, another thing that I have discovered is that you men accept the lowest hanging fruit from the tree. That's what you do in life. You don't make goals. You don't set a pace. As a matter of fact, a lot of you men have dropped the balls, or the ancestors that have come before you have dropped the ball. Because a lot of you milk drinking, soy drinking, mama raised, pansy ass, female like dudes been raised up in Saturn some damn where, and just now finally landed on Earth. As a matter of fact, we don't know who the hell you are. You still got this mindset. Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Do, 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 do. It's not about me. Do. I'm not a man. I live my life to service other people besides myself. That's just the way I live. When your dumb ass don't realize women destroyed chivalry a long time ago, and you still standing there with your church suit on, tight tie, tight pants on, when everybody can see your dusty drawers, as dumb as daylight. Your mindset is back in 1940. You don't realize you're in the 2020s. You are ass backwards, Joe. I decided I wasn't going to be like you. I did the homework. Uh-oh, did you hear what I just said? Or are you dumb and deaf? I did the homework. See, there's another audio that me and my guest, Brian, made. And we talked about having multiple companions. And Brian said the same thing that most of you say. This is when he was first introduced to to my channel, and I invited him for a Q&A. He said, man, what are you talking about multiple women? I said, what's the problem? He said, they're women, man. They're women. They're women, man. What are you talking about, man? Are you crazy? They're expensive, man. You ain't no Bill Gates. You ain't no Elon Musk. Who the hell you think you are? You're not no Jeff Bezos. How are you able to do this, man? Women, they're gonna run you to the grave, man. They're gonna put you down, man. You're gonna be stressed out, and you got all these obligations. You're trying to juggle all three of them at the same time, man. How do you do this? How? But I got something for you. Let me go ahead and put this wind visor up because I need you to hear me loud and clear. I'm gonna have to say this again because I know a lot of you are dummies. Excuse me. You don't hear good because you want to listen. You don't. Well, I'll put it like this: you hear me, but you don't listen. So let me fix this visor here. You hear in the background, my visor is like you can probably tell that the sound is a little different. See, since I do my studio outside, I already told you about that. I don't like repeating myself. I put wind visors up so a lot of wind don't hit the microphone, and it will sound like somebody's outside on their cell phone, and you can hear the wind blowing back and forth, just whistling in your ear. That's irritating. So oftentimes I have the wind visor there, or I will move it out of the way, and sometimes you hear a lot of stuff in the background. You know, dump trucks, airplanes, and I'm outside. I'm a natural person. If you don't like it, hey, that's your fault. I told you, I'm the Indian chief here. I love nature. Oftentimes, I'll do my studio right in my backyard where everybody's looking like, well, who's he talking to? What is he doing? Got his microphone set up and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure somebody one day is going to figure out and say, wait a minute, maybe that must be Morpheus. That must be him. I'm going to play stupid and be like, that's not me. What are you talking about? Walk over here. What are you doing? None of your goddamn business. So, listen carefully. Getting back to the subject here. The problem is, first of all, American women. I'm not saying that they are the problem. Listen carefully. You are swimming in a pool of where American women are. Where are you? These people who call in and want to know how you get these women, man. They're women, man. They're going to run you up the wall. You're getting women who's already been programmed by the American construct, are traditionally programmed by the failing, weak, soy milk drinking men that have came before you, that gave y'all principles and ideas of how they want you to function and how they want you to live. Dummy. Ralph the dog ass. So I already told you a long time ago. I've explained it to you. It is no good to try to find marriage in America. It's no good to try to find you a companion in America. The hell with that. You're going to find yourself in a very troublesome, unfulfilled situation because the marriage system do not provide any success for men. You've been told time and time again, if you want to find you a good woman, leave America. Get out of America. Find her somewhere else on a different soil. And don't bring her back. But if you do, you're going to have to guard her tooth and nail, because once she drinks of the poisonous swine of America's failing tradition and stupid way of how society or how your relationship should be handled, she's going to be poisoned just like everybody else. Let me rephrase that. Just like every other zombie. That's number one right there. Not in America. Don't get it made in America. Homegrown, sure, but don't let that home be America. Let it be from somewhere else, a different culture, a different state, out of state, out of the country completely. You know, the girls who are natural and aren't interested in the feminist idea or ideology, then you may have a better success of finding your wife. But I decided to go further than that and actually fulfill my quota as a male. knowing that I am all about variety, but at the same time, I'm all about safety as well. And they are too. So I had to spend the time to speak with them and talk with these girls about what the standard is and what I expect. And they absolutely know if they're not the prize, I am. I'm not the one bending to their will. It's not that I'm feel, oh, you should feel lucky. No, it's not about that. They should feel lucky. The hell with that. No, they are lucky, not me. You men don't, and that's another thing. Door number two, you don't prize yourself. You have low self-esteem as a man. Most times you do. Most times, you know me say, okay, y'all ready? Let me go ahead and put it, here it is. You ready? You want to go there? You want to F with Morpheus. Don't play with me, because I get plenty of people trying to call and say, man, you should be on UFC. You should do UFC, man, because I don't play. I don't play. I'm at zero tolerance, ready to get down at any second. Don't play with me. I'm not that type of guy who you think, oh, he's soft, he can handle it. I can just poke this bear and he's going to sit there and take it. Nah, you get swiped before long and be like, dang, what the hell happened? I didn't know what happened. You want to know where you messed up verbally? Let's talk about this verbally. Verbally and professionally, a lot of men, the majority of men, have accepted things that just come to you. You don't create your own reality. That's where you mess up right there. That's where you're automatically defeated by me with one pinky finger, because you believe, because you go by the programming, because you hear these old, rusty, dusty, falling soldiers tell you, well, you know, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to only have one woman. You're supposed to open up the door. You're supposed to be sure. You're supposed to be a protector and provider. You're supposed to do this and that and this and this and this and that. And guess what? On the other side of the fence, women are listening. Women are listening like, yeah, sure. Yep. That is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a pocket full of money. You're supposed to be chivalrous, even though I'm not traditional to be chivalrous for. Oh, hell no. Oh. Yeah, they're back there saying, yeah, keep being nice. Be the nice guy. Yeah, be the nice guy. Because they win when you do that, dummy. So a lot of you men have been patsy blue pill betas for a long time, where now when you want to get your manhood taken care of, now when you want to have more than one wife, you got to sneak around the corner. You got to lie to her to get the donkey dunk. You got to deceive her and everybody else in order to get what you want, because you've created this environment for yourself. Men that were supposed to be leaders, no, you are goddamn failures, and you failed yourself. And now when it comes time to get the woman that you need, they're all infested. When you should have been providing an example and being the best version of yourself, where there was a standard to stand by. I have accepted a long time ago that if I was going to fish for my fish or hunt for my antelopes and zebras, considerably a mate or a woman, that she wasn't going to be on the same landmass that you bozos are hunting from, because you hunt the wrong way and you fail yourself, because you're getting something that's been chased before. And then once you get a chance to get this piece of meat, it's already been frolicked and manipulated. You eating something that's rotten and stale. So I told myself, hell no, I'm going to find a different way to do this. So I suffered. That's how I did it. You want to know the question, how I got my companions? I suffered. I suffered because I had to make a sacrifice. I had to make a decision to change my life. I had to study. I had to figure out what the hell is going on in America. Why is marriage such a debauchery of a thing to get into? And I don't want to get myself involved in a court system where I'm paying alimony for the rest of my damn life. But you dummies keep doing it. So I said, I'm going to find another way to do this. So step number one, she's non-American. Thank the heavens. And if God existed, I'll be kissing his sandals because of this. Okay? Step number two, loving myself. Did you hear what I said? I learned how to love myself. Let me say that again. I learned how to love myself. Dummy. Let me say that again. I learned how to love myself. For you who is a fucker, loose lip, redundant, blue pill asshole. Listen carefully. I learned how to love myself. Meaning, I did not accept being a broken male in the modern day broken society by accepting anything that everybody tell me. I didn't listen to my grandparents because they were stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Yes, I'm actually, yeah, I can say that because they were weak. They didn't go with the times. They just stayed right underneath their rock and produced bad seeds. I didn't listen to my parents either. I can actually say that as well. And share, yeah, they were stupid. I've even explained this to them before. You failed, ma'am, father, mother. You misled me because they were still on that. You need to be traditional. You need to find you a woman in the church. You need to be with one woman. Did you know when I tried? Listen, let's go down memory lane here. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the boat before it reached the shore. Once I realized, and you have too, the RP, the Crimson Capsule. Once you realize the nature of the modern woman and you understand that you're not her first choice, that a lot of them are a repackaged deal, okay, that shakes your world upside down. It's like an earthquake. You're sitting there eating food and soup, and next thing you know, your whole kitchen is shaking, and everything that's on the table hits the floor, and all the chandeliers and stuff like that. It's not a good feeling, and you're wondering if it's the end of the world. So when I have tried that, I've noticed 9 out of 10, that is a percentage. You can say 90 out of 100. 9 out of 10 women that I may have encountered in a church were repackaged deals. They were passive, they were destructive, they were dangerous, they were insidious, they were liars. Okay, there were girls who was out there doing their nasty thing and they decided to go back to the church and ask God for forgiveness to hide their promiscuities. Do you understand? And I had to learn that the hard way with rumors and figuring it out and getting to know it for myself and say, you know what, this woman's not marriage material. Why would my parents tell me to go to the church? That's where you find a good woman. Get the hell out of here. And then, of course, you have other women and so-called female psychologists and women who think they know something. You know, they're on a social media or they call themselves with a PhD, MD, DR to try to say, well, you know, you just haven't met the right woman. You just haven't met the right girl. Just wait long enough. Here she go. Listen, here, lion. Wait, and the zebra's going to come by. Just wait over here in the bushes. Don't chase out there. Don't hunt it. Just wait. It's going to come to you. I was damn near starving half to death. Because listening to a woman's advice on how to chase a woman, are you out of your damn mind? That's like asking a zebra, how do I catch you? Is a lion really going to get his hunting ability, really going to get his veracity and its ability to take down a zebra from a zebra? Get the hell out of here. Last thing you ever want to do is take advice from a woman on how to get a woman. Get the hell. No, she ain't even RP. So, in other words, men, I had to make a sacrifice. I had to tell myself that I wasn't going to accept less and deal with women looking at me like I'm crazy or some pervert. Oh, you out of your mind. You're sick. Oh, I am. But yet you got like 150 bodies on you that you've laid with for your past life. But yet I'm sick because I want to have 3 companions. No, you're sick. Don't sit up here and judge me on being some type of 3 or 4 and you a natural 3 or 4. Again, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Have a seat. Have a seat, ma'am, in the corner and put dummy on your head. I'm a lion. I'm built to hunt. I'm built to be myself. And I'm definitely born and raised to be a man. And the number one thing as a man, you need to learn how to love yourself as a man. Look yourself in the mirror. Enjoy your beard. Enjoy your coffee in the morning. Ride your motorcycle. Rub the hair on your chest. Enjoy your testosterone. And don't give a about what the world thinks about you. The hell with everything else. I said I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what I do, and I am going to make sure that I get what I want. Whether it's a loss or a victory, I'm still gonna stand on my square. Now, getting on to the second question. Well, I guess we're on the third question. I lost count. I don't care. I was asked, is my girls lesbian or lesbian? Or, you know, gay, what do you want to say? No, they're not. They don't look at each other that way. They're not from America. I told you, dummy. They're not like you. They don't have a anything goes lifestyle. They have standards. They have protocols. These girls are naturally raised, unlike your girls that you got over there, which raised from aliens. You know, all men and women are the same. If men can do it, we can do it too. These girls don't operate like that. So they don't look at it. They're not looking at it as a shared situation. They are sisters. They don't look at it like that, and they don't accept it that way. And if anything, we don't even talk the same way as you do. It's like polygamy and all this type. No. They look at each other as one. We are here to serve each other. We are a family. We are a unit. We are one person. I'm one man. They're one woman. They just so happen to be three of them. Because they all agree. It's hard for you to understand because you're an American soil. I know it's difficult for you because you're still stuck on stupid. You're still in the modern day mindset. Well, oh, these three girls are sharing one man. You know, sit your ass down somewhere. Go. You know nothing about unity. You know nothing about true spiritual bonding and connection. Because you don't like yourself. You don't know anything about evolution as well. That's why you're still stuck back in the 1960s, 1970s. This ain't that time anymore, buddy. So we don't think like that. It's not our way to, it's not that we have anything against the I can't say it. I'm not trying to be funny, against the ABC people. I told you I have friends who are in that circle, and I'll gladly welcome them over for dinner. So it's not even about that. We just don't live that lifestyle ourselves. So don't put words in my mouth. If you do, you're going to be stupid, because here's your evidence right here on social media. I have nothing against them. We just don't live that lifestyle. They do what they do. We do what we do. But my girls aren't gay. They're not lesbian. As a matter of fact, if you ask them, hey, you know, are you lesbian? They look at you crazy like, what's that? They're going to be like, lesbian? Like, what? They're going to be like, what? No, you like the girl that's next to you? Be like, no, that's my sister. Are you sick? Like, you're sick in America because y'all sick. Y'all got this mindset. We don't. No, that's my girl. That's my sister, and we support each other. You know, and this is our daddy right here. And I've spoken about this. I think I have not yet, but that's going to come maybe in the future, because I have to go over this with my companions. But going to the details of some things will be later on. So these are just soft subjects, just to answer some of your questions. But I'm still thinking about a full-blown audio to explain some things to you. I don't have to, but I don't like to leave you like with question marks. That may weigh into the future conversations that we may have, because it might help you going forward. So another question that was asked is, do I myself ever worry about STDs and transmitted diseases from my companions? Okay. And here it is, another person who don't pay attention. Y'all listen. No, here you go. You hear me, but you don't listen. You hear me, but you don't listen. Anything comes, you can hear all kind of things. You hear noises at night. You know, you hear people talking. You may hear yourself, you know, snoring, whatever you hear yourself doing. Because sometimes you can wake up in the middle of the night and say, wait, I was snoring? Because you know, oh, maybe I was snoring. You may hear some things, but sometimes you just don't effing listen. Okay? I told you before, the whole reason is for safety. They don't do like you do. We don't do social media. They don't have POA. They don't have Instagram. They don't have Facebook. They don't do that stuff. It's simple communication. We are natural. We are organic. I found the best of the best, and I worked for the best of the best. I've suffered to get to where I am today because the unicorn exists. But you got to find them, or those people that you want to bond yourself with, knowing what pond to fish from. And you got to change your ways. It's almost like, let's say a regular person versus a millionaire. It's two different worlds. You can't all of a sudden get rich overnight. Somebody just gives you, just drop $150 million on your lap or something, or just give you wealth and riches overnight, and you're going to know how to handle it. You can lose it the next day, or you might lose that in a matter of weeks because you don't know about the responsibility. You don't know what it takes. You don't know how to keep it. You don't know how to protect it, nor to protect yourself. So when you decide to find the people or person that you want in your life, like maybe a high value male or a qualifiable woman as a wife, or maybe like me, which I don't suggest, but since it's here with my companions, having more than one companion, if you want to look at it physically, then you're going to have to prepare yourself for it. It's not going to happen for you overnight. You can't just all of a sudden expect for 3 girls to come to you and say, hey, let's go, daddy. No, they'll F you up. They will destroy you. Listen, I'm telling you from experience, they will destroy you. Even more so when they come from America. They're going to put you in the ground in a matter of months. They'll be like, dang, what happened to that dude? He got destroyed by a woman. And as a matter of fact, several women. They dusted him. Because your mind ain't right. You ain't made for it. It's not in your vision or even your peripheral vision. To you, it's a dream. I'm going to put it like this. To the majority of men, it's just a dream and it's a game. It's, oh, I'm pimping. You ain't pimping. Shut your mouth. As a matter of fact, I'm not pimping. And if you ever put that in the comment box, come talk to me. We can talk about this in a UFC battle. This ain't about pimping. As a matter of fact, my girls wouldn't even like that. We are family. I respect them and they respect me. And the reason why they are here is because I think differently than you. This ain't about pimping. So take that old stupid modern, programmed language and ignorant thinking somewhere else to somebody else's channel. I don't give it about you and what you think about. Fail yourself, but you can't fail me over here because I don't care about you anyway. Yeah, I said it. It's not about pimping. You can't pimp the next person. It's treating them like a person. They are valuable in my world. They are companions. They're not 3 or 4s. They're not girls that I got from a, I lost it. It came to my mind and it disappeared. I didn't get them from a brothel. I didn't get them from a desperate family. I had to talk to the fathers. It was a talk. It was a conversation. And the girls was like, this is what I want to do. You know, the father was like, I really don't approve of this, but if you're, if you can handle that, then, go ahead. And, they're like, sure, yeah, daddy, I got it. Yeah. Yep, I want to be with Leon C. Morpheus. That's where I'm going to be. You know where to find me. Here's my phone number. Okay. Call me when you call me. But it wasn't easy. But however, I had to be in the right mindset. And like I told you before, it has to be where you're willing to lose. Every time I approached a woman, I was like, hey, I'm willing to lose. I'm going to tell her like it is. Either it is or it isn't. Either you take it or you leave it. This is my standard. Hey, I got girlfriend number 1, girlfriend number 2, and there's going to be a seat for a girlfriend number 3. If you don't want to sit in that seat, all right, more power to you. Goodbye. Because the moment you walk away, there's going to be someone who says, Bill, listen, let me put it like, hold on. Men, here, let me drop the bomb on you right now. Let's go ahead and do this. There is more women than you. If I line up in a block, let's say a society, wherever you are, there's going to be more women than men in that society or that neighborhood or on that block, period. where it's probably damn near 2 women to 1 man, or sometimes even 3 women to 1 man. And not only that, if you have the abundance mindset, I have an abundance mindset, not to limit myself. I already told you about that story. But when you have an abundance mindset, you know that when one goes, another one's going to come. Or it's just a matter of time. If you're that type of guy, you're not just smelling like corn chips and hot Fritos and pickles, and you sitting at home all the time in front of your computer, because that's all you know how to do as the jackass that you are. Yeah, I said it. You know how to get out there and talk to people. It has nothing to do with being an alpha, because I heard some of y'all say that. As a matter of fact, when I start putting this up here, some of those things start popping up. Well, you know, you're alpha, so it's easier for you, Morpheus. I saw you comment, jackass. I saw you. And you too over there. Let me read your comment too. Oh, you know, why are you talking? You know, you're just, you know, you being an alpha, you know, girls are going to gravitate to you, so it's easy for you. It's hard for us regular guys. Let me tell you too, jackass, take your funny buck too fast self somewhere and grow the hell up. It don't have nothing to do with, yeah, maybe being an alpha may make some differences, but that's not an excuse. You can still be the apple in a girl's eye just by being the man that you are. It's called confidence, bozo. It's called confidence, being real, and being direct. The third companion that I got, or that was, let's just say, brought into my world. As a matter of fact, we never say I. In our relationship, we don't say I, we say we, or are. It's always we are, we are. When I go to the store, I say I'm buying it for us. We are us. We are us. If I ever say I, somebody gets this. You know, I want, get the hell out. Go. You'll be replaced tonight. I already got the number right here to replace you. Goodbye. We don't say I in this relationship. It's always we, or us, or we're going to, or it's because we think. And sometimes I have a habit of saying us when I'm all by myself, and a person be like, what are you talking about, us? I just see you. So I'll go buy something, I'll get something, and I'll say, hey, yeah, we need this. Or we love to get that, or we like that. Or dang, this is be good for us. Then the person that's standing next to me, like one of my buddies, they're like, what do you mean us? Who, us? I just see you, you know, getting off your motorcycle or getting out of your Lexus. Like, us who? You ain't got no kids. What do you mean us? And most times they have no idea, because us means me and my companions. It's a us thing. So it's never an I thing. I made it an us thing. Again, and I'm gonna get back to it. I know it seems like I'm getting off topic. I'm saying this for a reason. Bear with me. Bear with me. Because we are a unit. And therefore, they lack for nothing. I lack for nothing. And so getting on here, look, the disease type of idea, or getting a STD, listen, or sexual transmitted disease, we don't get down like that. They don't come from that type of world. They're not American girls. They don't put themselves on Instagram for the highest bidder or the next bidder. They're content exactly where they are. They understand loyalty and commitment. And so therefore, if we know where each other is at all times, and communication is easy as just breathing air, nobody's going to jump over the fence and go somewhere else, because we know there's going to be some bad energy brought into the house. And what I mean by bad energy is bad fluid, because we'll know the difference. We will automatically know somebody has something. Somebody brought in a disease in this house, or a virus, because they were outside frolicking with someone, or messing around with another guy. So therefore, we keep it at home. Unlike, here we go. You ready? Here I go. I'm going to repeat myself again. Because you dummies in the West, yeah, I said it, and I'll say it to your face. You dummies in the West, you like to have one main chick at home, but you want to play around with every other chick in your departments, your neighborhoods, your ex-girlfriends, or your girlfriend that your other girlfriend don't know anything about, and some stranger. You like strange all the time. When you get strange, you're going to get a strange itch in your jock strap. You're going to get a strange bump in your mouth. You're going to get strange skin mutations on your body. You're going to get strange illnesses, and brought that strange to the hospital, to the doctor, so the doctor can explain that strange, because you are a strange thinking moron. So as a man, I didn't say alpha, I said as a man. As a man, knowing that I can be a magnet for women, I can get them however I want to. Knowing that I have good potential, instead of me starving myself and jumping from one boat to the next boat to the next boat to the next boat like you idiots do, and get yourself in a situation where you got an oops pregnancy, you got an oops virus, now you got AIDS, now you got herpes, now you got gonorrhea, now you got stuff dripping between your pants that you don't know where it came from, because you want to play the field. I decided to play it safe. You understand? So she's not out somewhere else. Let's put it like this. Let's say I have one girl at home, and the two girls, one is in California and the other one may be in Tennessee. I don't know what they're doing. Now, that first girl in front of me, yeah, maybe she could be doing something bad too, but at least she's there, right? Like what you do, dummies. You got this girl who you spend time with, she's your main chick or something like that, and you mess with her, whatever. You may think it's okay every now and then to travel to Chicago, to California to meet the other girl. When you do travel out there, you don't know what she was doing. She had accidental rubber might break. Yeah, accidental close call with pregnancy. She gave somebody head. Yeah, I'm saying it. She was on her knees for somebody, probably been, yeah, all that filthy stuff. You know, closet pushing, undercover type of stuff, and you know nothing about it. But when you come into town, it's like, oh, you know, my friend's coming, so I'm gonna clear my plate just for him because he's gonna smash me too eventually, or donkey duck. And there you'll get your STD. There you get an oops situation. There, because your condom might break. Now she don't know who the father might be, or she may say to you, oh, I'm pregnant, but it might be the other guy's child, because you're an idiot. And then you do the same for the girl in Tennessee, because instead of you keeping it at home, you want to take your salami and take it all around town. That's how dumb you are, because you're so smart. And some of you bozo men, you got to order your women. You got to get them online. You got to do social media. You going on Facebook, you going on Instagram, you going on POA to get your girl. You going to go sugar dates and sugar sites to get your women who are online. I didn't get my women like that, by the way. I've told you about that before. I didn't get her like that, but you did. If she's online, she's a, see, y'all not going to like that. This is where I start crushing on people's toes. This is where it start hurting. If you got to get her online, she's automatically disqualified. Automatically disqualified. Automatically. But you dummies do it, and you wonder why the social marketplace, the sexual marketplace in America is messed up, because you guys get PhDs in stupidity. I learned a long time ago as a 17 or an 18-year-old boy that if you wanted something that was clean, you go to where it's clean. And when you get it clean, you keep it clean. You don't expect to get a unicorn or a special woman or a special girlfriend or companion in a place where you know it's a swamp. Are you ignorant, or you just don't care about your health and your life? That's why half of you bozos are on child support and you are on alimony. That's why you divorced today. That's why you're with this girl for 12 years and hey, I want a divorce. because I feel like it, because I feel like it, because I feel like it, because I can't do it. I don't want to be with you. And now y'all got to pay up. Oh, did I say stupid? Oh, stupid. Where did you get her from? Like when you get a car and it breaks down, where did you get it from? Who sold it to you? Who made it? Who gave you the foundation? I don't know. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go, George? It's always better to keep this person when you know where they are, what they're doing. They're not jumping over the fence. They're not dunking with anything else. It's safe for you. Safety is number one. Safety is number one. That's why I said this isn't about pimping. It's about saving it's safety. And they know about the marriage laws, by the way. And as your RP provider, they watch that every day. They are addicted to understanding the social construct that is going on here in America. And as a matter of fact, we make a joke out of it all the time. We sit there and drink some wine and laugh at y'all idiots because how stupid it is here today. We enjoy it. Keep going. We want you to keep going. Keep on trying to figure out how boy and girl can get along, because you make it good for me in my late night. Because when we're laying in bed and we're laughing and joking, it makes it funny watching y'all on podcasts be a bunch of fools. Still can't figure it out. Y'all been here on earth for how long? You must be the slowest sloth. Now, I know it seemed like I'm looking down at you. You asked for these questions. You asked for it, and I'm going to deliver. I told you it's not going to feel good. I warned you ahead of time. I don't give a shit about your feelings. I told you. You think I'm going to lie to you? I've explained to you in the beginning of the audio. If you're in your emotions and you don't like the truth, take your ass somewhere else. I've explained it to you. You are at fault for listening this far. If you don't like it, too bad. Deal with it. Because I'm telling you nothing but the hardcore truth. Y'all deal with your own failure. That's what you do. If you make your bed, you're laying in it. I decided not to lay in a bed that other men have created. Oh, shoot. Oh my God, the fire in here. Oh, it's a fire in here. Oh my God, it's a fire in here. It's a fire. Yeah. Y'all go by what other people created for you. That's where you fail. There's a song that Whitney Houston made. I can't think of the title of it. She said, and I know I'm going to get it wrong, but you know the song. She said, never walk in another man's shadow. If I should fail, if I should succeed, at least I have my dignity, or something like that. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. That song, right? The part that stuck out the most to me is when she said, walking in somebody else's shadow. Listen, walking in someone else's shadow. I promised myself as a kid never to walk in anybody else's shadow. So when you're living in a society that tells you what they expect and what you are supposed to do, are you going to be condemned? You're going to be talked about? Are you going to be considered as a sinner or wrong or a liar? That's the way I'll go. I'll go that way. When you tell me not to go that way, that's where I'll go. And sometimes it's like that with people. When they tell you what you should, let me give you an example. Mothers would tell their daughters today in America, hey, don't worry about getting married. You're only 22 years old. Go out there and get the bag. You don't need a man. You know, the typical feminist sort of jargon or idea. And she'll tell this girl to do that. She'll go get her bag. She'll become very, in her mindset. In her mindset. Pause. Successful. Okay. And then finally, after she's late 30 something to 40, she want to find her a husband. Then she can't find a husband. then she becomes non-compatible for a husband. I wonder why. Because the mother has misled her. So when you have her telling you to do one thing, you should do the other thing. The other thing is what she's telling you not to do is what you really need to do. Because if she found her husband, had a child at that age, found her a decent man, she'd be able to get somewhere. But oh, let's not get this mistaken. Women don't trust men anymore. That's what it is. And in this case, you can even flip the script and say men don't trust women, but men have a logical reason not to. Have you checked the courts lately? Have you checked the courts lately? Huh? Men have a legitimate, realistic reason not to trust women when 35% of the paternity tests come back that the child's not his. The child is not yours. 35% of the time. But on the flip side, I'm not saying that women don't have a legitimate, logical reason not to trust some men. There is some men, but women make bad choices because they choose choices based on their emotions and based on what somebody else said. I'm not even going to get into that because when I say somebody else said, it could be your mother, your family, your pastor, or how you've been raised. You know, you're not supposed to be with that type of guy. I want you to be with this type of guy. And girls will be like, okay, sure. And then it's her girlfriend who tells her who they want her to be with or not. But I'm not going to break that down further still. That's going to be for a different day discussion. So, yeah, you're going to be starving for me to finish that. You know, you can keep that in your own imagination. And you don't even have to judge it because it's not even a finished conversation. So don't be the fool to think that's going to make for good commentary. Take your ass somewhere else. So, make a long story short on that one. Is disease. What are you talking about? We don't even know what you're talking about. We don't live like your westernized uncivilization. This is nothing but protection. And we already made it clear. The girls know if one of them come up missing, they want to go somewhere else and lie and don't want to answer their phone and want to go to girls' night out, they're staying out. As a matter of fact, the girls know that if two of the girls do that, the last girl, she's going to lock them out. You see how that works? Either one of them, if they mess up, they know what time of day, they know how I operate in my home. Because I have standards. Everything don't go. You men let everything go. You have no confidence. Or you're a jealous type of man. You're controlled. They'll never say anything like that. Listen, they already know themselves. Meaning they've studied you, American women. They know how you operate. They know the standards of high value men. And they know that there is a reason behind not going out or girls' night out or, I just want to go get the ball. I just want to do my career and forget about you. They know once that door opens, they're not coming back. And they'll lock themselves out too. Again, the key word, men, standards. If you have a hard time understanding that, if you want to add in your own idea, you're failing yourself. And what do I mean by that? Standards. Standards mean when you have not the Webster version, but my version of standard mean there is things that you do in my house and things that you won't do. There's things that I stand for, and there's things I will not stand for. And I tell them ahead of time, you do this, this is the results. And then they'll say, well, why? Okay. Then they get explained to. They'll sit down, they'll watch the videos, slowly but surely. I'm sly with it. It's a joke at first. And, hey, look at this podcast. Look at this over here, baby. Look at this. And she's like, ooh, look at that girl. She's acting ratchet. I'm like, yeah, keep watching. Then I'm in the kitchen eating something, or I'm washing dishes, or washing my hands. Yeah, they wash dishes too, but we all do. So don't start talking stupid. No, sometimes I do because I like washing dishes. I really do. So I can meditate sometimes. Sometimes I do that to meditate and think about things. Because I clean up my own mess. It's not about them being maids around my life and, cleaning up. No. We do us. Because one piece of trash on the floor is everybody's trash. We ain't obligated to nobody. Everybody's clothes is everybody's clothes. If it needs to be fixed, fix it. But of course, I take the lead in everything. So if I don't have to do it, I won't. But hey, you need to take care of this. Oh, okay. All right, Daddy, I got it. The problem is, once again, to say it again, in America, in y'all sexual marketplace, you let the cart before the horse, and you think you're going to succeed. That's why your manhood's not going nowhere. That's why it's hard for men to get laid. That's why you men are struggling, because you're coming up behind other men instead of making your own way, instead of building your own castle in your own kingdom, and telling women like it is because you're afraid to lose, because you think that one night you're not going to get her. I can't tell you how many times I told women, hey, this is what it's going to be. You don't like it? Psst, I ain't worried about it. And I won't call back. As a matter of fact, I don't call back. Let them figure it out. I told a girl, let's see, it was several years ago. Can't remember the date, but I know it was a long time ago, when I began going down my journey of RP and began to realize what type of man I really am. Like, dang, did I really say that? I was like, ooh, this is me? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I kind of like that. Anyway, you know, like Incredible Hulk sitting in the mirror and like, whoa, this is, ooh, I kind of like that. Like, oh, this is pretty cool. Anyhow, I told her, I said, listen, I said, if you're interested, you let me know. If you want some of this, you let me know. When you're ready, when you want to take it to the next level, you let me know. But until then, I got things to do. Don't even wait for me to call you. Don't wait, because I'm not coming back. I'm not calling you. I'm not trying to run through. I'm not even going to try to, yeah, you know, this weekend, no. Really, this weekend, we're going to go out to eat. You know, we're going to go here. I'm going to take you out of town with me to Florida. No, I'm like, no. When you call, you let me know you're interested, then I'll take you there. And then there were some girls who actually caught me at the right day. I'm getting ready to pack my bags and suitcase and leave. And they were like, hey, what you doing? I was just thinking about you. And, you know, I'm not doing nothing this weekend. And I want to come and see how you doing, boo. And I'm like, oh, okay. Dang, perfect timing. Okay, you're showing some interest. I'm going to show some interest, too. I'm getting ready to head out to Florida. Come hop on this plane. Let's go. And she's like, oh, okay, sure. Hey, hallelujah. But you men, instead of doing that, you want to keep chasing them like a damn dog. Now they're like, oh, this dude's a peon. He's thirsty. He ain't got nothing going on in his life. So you fail yourself. When you got to leave them to their own devices. If a woman wants you, she wants you. Don't sit here and try to chase her all around town. They don't like that stuff. Men, they don't like that. You know, even my companions, my girls, she's like, they asked me a question a couple of months back. They're like, so if we leave, are you going to be sad? If we leave, what are you going to do? Are you going to be broken? Are you going to be heartbroken? What are you going to do? I told her, I said, listen, I don't care. You want to leave, leave. As a matter of fact, take you and put it by the door right now. See if I care. The girl was like, damn. Yeah, listen, that's the type of man I am. And anybody, if you met me outside of social media, my associates will let you know, yeah, this dude don't play. I'm serious like a heart attack. Just like when somebody tell you, you got AIDS. You take that, you'll be like, oh, if the doctor tell you that, I'm just that serious, just like that. Black and white. So I told them, they try to play that game. You know, what if we all walk out right now? We all go find us our own man. And now, trust me, they're not American, so they weren't serious. I already know that with their beautiful accent. And they're not, I already told you what they look like, so, you know, the hell with you. But anyhow, so I know they were playing, but I had to make it clear where I stood, that daddy is still daddy, and I can still be myself without him. So I said, oh, you want to play that game? Hey, take you and put it by the door. And your bag, your shoes are over there. Oh, and by the way, I brought that jacket. I brought that over here. I brought that. Oh, that dress over there. I brought that too. Both, all three. Okay, you see that? Put that over there because, yeah, that's mine. I'll give them to the next women who's coming through here after I get them dry cleaned, or probably buy them some new ones if the girls don't want these. Okay, you can take your ass and leave. I'll still live without you. As a matter of fact, I was living before you. You need to be lucky that you're here. You think I'm playing? I'm start walking to the door. The girl's like, no, 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 no. Okay, we're just joking. We're just playing. We're just playing. We're just playing. I'm like, yeah, huh? Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, because you are absolutely certain that when you go, you're going to be replaced. Because this program is not stopping. You can't make me, nor can you break me. Men, again, standards. Now, for the finality of answering your question, yes, I went through all that. To get down to the finality here. Is it acceptable for women to be with women? Meaning, women to have relationships with women and men to be okay with that. Well, let's tell you something this. I've explained something to you already. If you didn't catch it, well, the hell with you not listening. It is not okay because, as a matter of fact, if my girls were to do that, there's a difference between my girls and your girls. Meaning, listen, depending on where they come from. See, they don't date anybody but me. So we're just here. There's a thing, and this is going to be nasty, but this is true. Bodily fluids. If I kiss one girl and she kissed the other girl, it's just my lips. Right? They won't do it, and nor do I condone that. It's just me and her, meaning them. But there's no transference of an outer genetic pattern, meaning nobody else's DNA is in the flow. It's just me and my girl, right? So let's say for you, for example, to go to a party or a club, and you say, oh, it's okay for girls to kiss on girls, or she used to be a lesbian, for example, okay? Let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Here we go. See, my girls have been tested for STDs and myself. And I've known them for 6 years. And I know what they've been doing. I know where they're at. And they know their DNA isn't mingled with other men. When you go to the club or the bar, do you know where this girl came from? Do you know if she says, hey, I like both people. I like male and female. I'm going to be with you, but I used to have a girlfriend. Stop right there. Pause. 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 Do you know the other girl and where she come from? See, the other girl that she's messing with may be curious or bi-curious, or once upon a time she was with a man, or you don't know if she's messing with the man and she like messing with women on the side. So you are opening yourself to a virus inducement. You are opening yourself to be attacked. Even though it looks good for two women, yeah, I admit that. Yeah, you know, there has been some fantasy going through my mind as well, but I got all three of them. I don't care, right? But I really don't need to, because I love them just the way that they are. They know who they are. The initials ALH. You know you, boo. Anyway, y'all take forever to try to figure that out. Anyway, even though most men, not every, but most men find it fascinating for two women to display themselves like that and, you know, kiss each other and, oh, that's so sexy, woo! Go to the club and they dancing on each other. You're a moron. Yeah, I said it. Want to know why? Because you don't know where the other girl's been at. Because they sharing bodily fluids. Let me give you a nasty example. One of the girls has a boyfriend and she likes her girlfriend. Or she messed with guys on the side, and she messed with this girl, your girlfriend that's dancing on the dance floor, okay? She just got through giving this man head in the bathroom a couple of hours ago before she left to go to the club. His bodily fluids, no matter, she could brush her mouth all she want to and mouthwash and yeah, some of them don't do it anyway. Just they just swallow and keep it moving. But oh, hey, okay, a nice little imprint there. But there is DNA in her mouth. DNA probably even around her mouth. DNA probably still dripped on her. You get the drift. Okay? And so this girl walks to the club, or she's going out with her girlfriend that she has a thing for. And they touching each other and kissing and remember that guy was down there below as well, messing around. Piping her. Donkey. And so this girl is displaying in front of you that she's kissing this other girl, rubbing on this other girl. She's actually sharing that guy's DNA, and you don't even know where that guy came from. Yeah, the list keeps going. It goes on and on and on. Yeah, you can keep doing it. It's a mathematical equation. Where did that come from? Where did this come from? You can't calculate it. As a matter of fact, you don't calculate it. You don't. That's why I called you a moron. So some kind of way, you found your way being able to kiss either one of them. Whether it might be the girl that you're there with, or the girl that just got to coming back from her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend, or the guy that she just, had a relation with. Okay? Then you go ahead and you pour you something to drink, or you eat something, or you put something in your mouth afterwards. Now you're taking in this virus. You've taken in this DNA. And DNA is very interesting, where all it needs is a small trace amount or an organic pattern, and you're going to interact with it. And so, in other words, you actually was the one who gave that guy pleasure through this girl's body, who actually transmitted it to give it to you. And you do it over and over again. And it's kind of funny how when you go to drink something, you end up with a stomach ache or something like that. Because you'd be like, how do you know this? Well, I talked to people. I did my research. I told you, I did the homework. I haven't always been who I am today. I've been in the hospital field. I know a lot about this stuff. And you dummies don't realize, like, dang, man, why does my stomach hurt? And I'll be like, who did you just kiss? Oh, I kissed that girl, Sandra. Well, hey, Sandra, your girlfriend? Oh, well, I thought she was hot, and she gave me a kiss, and I don't even know who she kissed after that, and before that. But she was looking hot kissing this other girl, so I thought it was okay. Yeah, listen, the thing is, this is the lesson here. It may look good that you may like watching women on women, but you can still pass on a sexually transmittable disease, woman to woman. And oftentimes there is, because there's more women than men in most cases, women become carriers of viruses or STDs because they have a higher percentage of being in some sort of sexual activity before men, depending on what type of grade of man he is. So it's not okay. It doesn't mean it's safer just because two women are going at it and you want to jump in between. That doesn't mean it's safer, dummies. There's still a risk because you don't know where she came from. That's what I mean by it's different than my girls. Look, my girls are like, think of her like this as my wife, but she's just three of them. Think of it like that. Okay? I know what she's doing. She's not with anybody else. She's with me. Just because I got three of them, that don't mean that no, it's the same. And I've spoken about this before. Some of you think, oh, this is so difficult. It's so hard. How do you do it? No, that's because you're in America. You're a moron. You're untrained. You're not prepared for it. And you're probably most likely an average man or a beta. You don't understand what a guy like my stature goes through. So it's hard for you to understand. That's why I've made that comparison of a rich person versus a poor person. A poor man will have a problem understanding a rich man's lifestyle. But a rich man can understand a poor man's lifestyle, but he just don't want to be over there because it's not the life he wants to live. That's the difference. So you can't understand. I can understand what you're going through, but you may not understand my position because you're so used to having the one-itis disease, which is the biggest disease that most of you moron men have. You got one-itis. What is one-itis? Meaning one woman, one thing. You don't have a mindset to, what's that word? You don't have an abundance mindset. I do. But in order to get to that point, you have to love yourself. Now there's something else that was asked, and I'm going to go ahead and get off this audio. Many people ask me, why do you talk about man struggles with women and you have you have 3 companions? Morpheus, what are you talking about? You're not struggling at all. You get women all the time. Just because I'm okay when it comes to that doesn't mean men aren't struggling. And I haven't always been in this position. I've suffered and I still study today. The game is not over. When you get in a relationship, you still got to keep your relationship. You still got to fight. You still got to motivate yourself. You still have to stay on your square. The moment I become passive, blue pill beta, and soft like you morons, I'm done. They're going to sniff my weakness and walk away. I'm going to lose everything that I have. So I got to stay on my square. And it's not as difficult as you think it is. It's just be you. Be yourself. Be honest. Be straightforward. Stay as you are. That's not hard. Just because a lot of you used to be football players in high school, now you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You can't even walk down the street without running out of breath. Just because some of you used to be the valedictorian or the hell, whatever you call it is. Just because you used to be the top runner. Just because you used to be a wrestler or a football player in high school. Or what do you call that? A martial artist or something like that. And now you look like a pudge ball. Now somebody can kick you and it feel like they're kicking like a styrofoam. Just because you lost all your hair, just because you look like you're pregnant, that don't mean that's the same for every other man. You lost your ball. You dropped the ball. You failed yourself. Some men haven't. Some men have learned how to progress themselves to stay the same. That's the same as relationship. You got to keep going with the ball. You got to keep focusing on yourself. You got to keep and stay strong. That's just the way it operates. And I'm not the type of one to turn my back on my men. Men need help. And a lot of guys, they're raised up wrong. There's a lot of passive fathers who didn't do their job. There's still, do you understand there's a lot of uncles today, uncles and grandfathers and dads that still think about the traditional life that used to be back in the 1950s? Don't you realize that there's still men who are talking about happy wife, happy life, happy wife, happy life, happy wife, happy life? There's still boys who don't understand what ARP is. They still want to get married. They're 20 years old talking about, I want to find me a wife with an Instagram model, with a thought. There's still men who need to understand how to be a man. There's still men who think they're a man, but they're walking around in dresses. Oh, shoot. Oh, Lord. Dumb. You think I'm going to turn my back over? You think I'm going to sit up here and change? I talk about everything, ladies and gentlemen. My discussions is everywhere, but the society, when it is focused on relationships, that's a big problem that we're having. Because if man and woman can't come together, the future is doomed. The future is doomed. I'm not a selfish man. I'm not just concerned about myself and worried about what I'm going through. There are other people that are going through things as well. There's plenty of turmoil, plenty of struggles that need to be sought after. So therefore, my task is never to abandon my post. That's called being selfish. It's almost like saying, oh, you're rich, so why are you worried about the poor? You know, your life is fine. You know, you're in a mansion. You got a couple of acres. You're retired. You're just doing just fine. Why are you worried about those who are struggling? Why not? Why not? He was poor once upon a time. That rich man had to put pennies in a cup once upon a time. That rich man was on the streets once upon a time. That rich man was driving a Honda Civic once upon a time. Why not be concerned about poor people when they are still struggling realistically today? That's dumb. It's almost like saying, you know, you're a bodybuilder. You look good. You got a 6-pack going on an 8-pack ab. You're tall. You're muscular. Why are you worried about people who are out of shape? Because I was out of shape once upon a time, moron. And if I'm telling you the truth, would it matter? No. Because the truth is the truth. The fact is the fact. It don't matter where it's coming from. If a cow is telling you the facts, it's the facts coming from a goddamn cow. As long as you're getting what you needed, if that person is telling you the truth, it is the truth. Why pick on the messenger? Why worry about where it comes from? Almost like worrying about where your help and your services and what's really providing you with the future is coming from. It's almost like a millionaire decided to give your child $1 million to put in his savings or trust fund. You're going to worry about who gave it to him? Especially if it comes from an illegitimate source of money. It wasn't stolen. It didn't come off the back of blood or something like that, but it was given to you out of the kindness of a man's heart. Would you care about where it came from? Would it the hell matter? No, it won't. The fact is, your child just received $1 million on its trust funds, asshole. Yeah, you might want to find the man to say thank you. You might be fully gratified. You might want to give the man some cards or something, or take him out to eat, or, you know, what can I do for you? Because this is a lot of money. But instead of worrying about saying, you know, why are you telling me this? You're rich. You're not worried about me. What, you don't want nobody to be concerned about you? Whether you like it or not, I like talking for men and speaking up for men. This is what I do. I speak up on a lot of things. I talk about health. I talk about religion. I talk about life. I talk about finance. I talk about everything. Cars and the future. Just because I'm settled or I have things going on for me, that doesn't mean I need to stop talking. Get your head out of your ass. Stop being American and get some goddamn sense. I keep it straight, I keep it cold, and I keep it factual over here. If you can't handle it, go. That's the end of this lesson today, ladies and gentlemen. The answer to the question I've said many times before is no, it's not okay for you to think it's okay for it to be woman on woman, and you say, oh, it's cool, it's safe. It's not safe still. It's even worse, actually. As a matter of fact, it's even worse. Because that's where, I'm not going to point my finger, you will get a lot of, I didn't say all the time, but you will get a lot of your transmittable mutations from places that you least expect. And most times it's what you think it's okay. What you think is okay is not okay. Just because it's woman to woman don't mean it's okay. Because you don't know where the other woman came from. And well, you know, you used to date a girl, so I think it's, no, it's not. You need to be equally worried about that, because some of you men have caught STDs from these areas. You didn't know where it came from. You said, well, it couldn't be from my girl. She used to be a lesbian. And you don't know anything about her lesbian lover. Now, for a lot of you who try to get my words twisted, it's already clipped. So you want to be stupid, try to be stupid. I didn't say I had anything against lesbians. I didn't say I had anything against the ABCD, whatever, people. Or your sexual preferences. I said be careful. I said it's not okay for men to think that it is safe or okay to accept a girl or be in the mingling of girls who are dating other girls, because that is still a consequence. It's still a condition where you can get your sexually transmitted disease and don't know that you have it on your plate until you get checked by the doctor, or until you start getting itchy, scratchy, or you got bumps in your mouth and cold sores on your lips and don't know where it came from, or you get strep throat, or your stomach is aching after kissing someone because they just got through sucking someone. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not okay. Some of you men are just too ignorant for your own good. You know what? That's why you failing now. That's why you're on the losing team. That's why women got their boots on and they trampling all over your asses. That's why I love the girls that I'm with, my companions. That's why we laugh at your asses all the time, because you're too damn stupid. You don't even do your research. You don't even figure out what is what today. You just go along with the program. Well, I only think about my little vanilla sausage because I think it's okay, because I'm a man, so I think it's okay. But you don't even ask the why. It's still a compromisable position to be in. Protection is protection. So no, it's not okay. You should always consider the factors that she's coming from somewhere that you don't want to be in. It should be straightforward. Or if you don't know where she come from and got her checked out and got her cards and paperwork from the doctor, why you messing with her? Oh, she used to just mess with girls. It's okay. Yeah, she's going to bring that girly stuff to you. Girls who've been with multiple men in your direction. You might as well be on your knees yourself, dummy. You might as well be. It's not okay. Clean up your damn act. This is it for today, and I have more for